Deion did that already?
It's not one of you can say you played your best game. See, the problem is you got intoxicated with success. And success is intoxicating. What do you do with this moment? Where do we go from here?
The greatest gym in college football as a whole. I would even say history.
Oh, okay.
You probably think Nick Saban. Mm-hmm. Probably would think Kirby Smart. You probably would think Jimbo Fisher. You probably would think Bobby Bowden. You knew Holtz, Bear Bryant.
Okay.
But all those coaches was white.
We're white.
If you give a black coach the magnitude of Deion Sanders, the resources, I guarantee you college football ain't ready for that.
Interesting. Okay, so this says Cam makes the case for why Deion Sanders is already the greatest gym in college football history. And then we're doing a little bit of a time shift of saying, well, if you give him everything he would be, that's going to be our conversation. Beat it up in the comments. Can you project that out there? And two, did the racial element even matter in this conversation? Beat that up in the comments. But let's keep going.
I promise you that. It's a thing that they call relatability. And when Deion Sanders walk into your living room versus Kirby Smart walking into your living room. Oh. And the name of the game in college football, Peggy, has always been, it's never changed and it would never change. Can you recruit?
True.
And it's no cap on how many players that you can get. So if you go to a program with a big bag, that now he can go out here and have not only the recruiting bait as prime time, but the NIL bag or the support of the boosters. That's why I say Colorado ain't big enough for him. So when I'm making my takes on First Take and I'm saying, bro, if I was Florida State, I would empty the clip, because if Deion Sanders had a bag that bears no expense, college football ain't never seen that. Who's more relatable than Deion Sanders, especially the economic situation of most players?
So what do people say? He ain't won nothing yet, though.
Okay, Peggy.
Like, what would you say to that person? Like, he ain't won that. All those people are proven winners. Now, I'm not saying in their second year they won, but I'm saying they have edged their name in history. What would you say to the people of saying that? It's like he's a bigger gym than them and he hasn't won anything?
They had more resources than Deion Sanders. Give Deion Sanders Nick Saban's resources. So that's a great point, yes. But has he not won everywhere that he's been?
He has won.
The name of the game that Deion Sanders has been able to do, and it started with one person, he's been able to lure top-tier talent. Name me a more higher recruit to say, I ain't going to go to Florida State, which he was committed to. I ain't going to go to Ohio State, which he had offer from. I ain't going to go to University of Georgia, which he had offers from. I'm going to go to Jackson State. When Deion Sanders walked into my living room and when he texted me, it just meant a little different.
Let's go. Let's go. Talking about Travis Hunter there, that last example. This is what 50 sounds like. Sorry, y'all. Just turned 50. Happy birthday to me. Thank you, guys. I hear y'all. Man, let's go. I ain't gonna lie. When Travis Hunter committed, I said, I must not have been there in that living room to hear what Deion brought in to convince the guy to go to Jackson State over any program he wanted to go to. And obviously a lot has come from that. But think about in that decision, you're thinking, if you're Travis Hunter, #1 recruit in the country, yeah, I'm going to go to a school and build it up. Not putting myself in this conversation to the magnitude of who Travis Hunter is in college football and will be in the pros. But I will say, I got recruited to go to a school much smaller than my talents at Columbia because my coach simply said at the top of the Empire State Building with the backdrop of the New York City skyline, would you rather go to a program and carry the torch or go to a program and light the torch? And that lit a fire in me. I don't know what Deion said, but he said something to Travis Hunter more than just resources. because they didn't have the resources at Jackson State. But this argument breaks down to two different conversations. One is, let's make it three. Who is Deion? Like, why is he so relatable? Why is he such a superstar, even as a coach? Because, I mean, how many lanes you going to keep jumping and your superstardom continues to follow you? Doesn't happen like that in the real world for everybody else, right? How many times you seen a celebrity try to sell some jeans or something? What happened to them pants? Like even Jay-Z, Jay-Z, great at Rockaway, right? That's great. Okay, great at selling some alcohol. That's great, okay. Didn't do so well post that fashion line, right? Something falls, whatever. Shaquille O'Neal, you say, all right, yeah, you do great. The clothing didn't do so great, but then he has every commercial, etc. Right? Everyone steps in it. And it just seems like with Deion, when did he step in it? You can say, what, the reality show? Nah, that kind of led this to this. Who is Deion? To me, Deion sums up to somebody who has tremendous wisdom. The first thing that I see with Deion is not the flash. Back in the days when he got drafted and the chains and all that, the 21 gold chains, not the punt returns. First thing is now in this role, reverse engineering it, looking back, Deion Sanders is a wise dude. You just listen to him, you're like, damn. Sound like your granddaddy or your uncle with some E&J just talking, right? You're like, I heard that. That was dope. I think it's his wisdom. These players see that, they hear that wisdom and they seen the experience that he went through in terms of being one of the greatest players of all time. Most people will have Deion Sanders in their top 5 NFL players ever. I think he will be, I think Deion Sanders is the most common of all eras. Not just, hey, Jim Brown and Gale Sayers. No. Dick Buckets, like people from the 50s, 60s, all that, AFL, NFL, all the way to today, right? Some youngster. Deion and Barry Sanders seem like they're the 1-2 punch that everyone has in their top 5. So his experience with his wisdom kicks in, right? Then it's like how he's grounded. His spiritual conversations and presence really makes these players feel something different that they don't hear from other coaches. Say what you want. Your coach come in there talking about scoreboards and jerseys and NIL and girls and campus life and parties and you the man. Deion like, all right, that comes with the territory. But let me tell you something else, how you going to become a greater version of yourself by going inside yourself based on the challenges I present to you and you have to respond to in this environment. And you can do that based on your belief in yourself, based on your belief in God or Jesus or whoever your higher power is. Because I'm sure he has some people that's agnostic, some atheists, etc. And Deion still connects. But what puts the cherry on top is, okay, I've had religious coaches before. Okay, I've had coaches that played before. Okay, I've had coaches that dropped some jewels. What's so special about you, Deion? Oh. Ain't nobody got that greatness like Deion Sanders. Nobody could talk it and walk it like Deion Sanders. That's just being real. I don't care who you are. Jason Whitlock, who don't like him or don't like what he's doing, whatever it may be, all the way down. You got to respect that man could talk it and walk it. And that's such a rare feat because that's what I think a lot of us aspire to be. Somebody just wake up in the morning, oh, this shit. What? And tell the world this was going to happen, and it happens. And Deion, of all them coaches, of all players, is the guy who said the most and did the most. Who else conquered that quotient like Deion Sanders? So that's level 1. That's who Deion is. Level 2 is the race versus class conversation. Resources versus, oh, he a black man. He relatable. Most of the players are black, blah, blah, blah. How does that play into it? Because who is the greatest black football head coach of all time in college football? Tyrone Willingham? I don't know. Damn, I'm drawing a blank. Who could that be? Need to chat GPT that. Beat up in the comments. Who is? Point being, it seems like that's easy territory to conquer. But I'm not a believer in, I'm the best black something, because that to me sounds subordinate to, are you just the best? I don't want to hear, Marcellus, you have one of the best black sport podcasts on it. What? Marcellus, you're one of the best black graduates. What? That ain't the goal. That ain't the goal, to let the epidermis win. That ain't the goal. So I don't want to do that to Deion, but let's be real. Would it relate to some guys? Because I've learned not to be a crusader, and I've learned that I can't keep telling people what I need is what they need. And being in the community, projecttransition.org, please log on and support. Being out there with these kids, it's crazy to me how many of them need to see representation. It's crazy to me to see how many kids need to see someone else that looks like them so that they can have the courage to do it. Crazy to me. Doesn't mean they're crazy, and doesn't mean I'm crazy. It just means that I have a different ingredient list to cook it up. And I had to come to that maturity point because I used to judge it. I'd be like, and I'm talking to these kids, and these kids looking at me like, dog, I need to see it so I could go show it. Whereas I was thinking like, I need to do it. I don't give a damn what it is. I don't care who's there. I don't care what they say. I'm also the person that if I go to a class and there's all white kids, like, and I hear this now because my kids are in school, and there's no diversity in the class. I'm like, and people are like, what? That doesn't bother you? I was like, why would it? Now you got a superpower. You one of one. And you going to be so comfortable leaving, maybe not going into, unless you're probably going into it. Kids are fine. It's the damn parents and the damn big brothers and them. Ain't nobody but in your class, but you the only black kid. But leaving, what if you were in a class of all girls and you're the only boy? Leaving there, I think you have a different understanding of women, wouldn't you? Leaving, you have a different understanding of the world at large. So I like being put in situations where it's just me. I got to fend for myself. Let's go. Because that's what really life is, a competition between you and yourself. So all this outer stuff is just a display of what inner is going on. And if you're scared to be somewhere by yourself, you just told on yourself. Anyway, could Deion take over because of race? Well, with the resources, that's what Cam was saying. Like, he could go in the locker room, yeah. He could go into the living room, yeah, and relate. But more importantly, woo-wee, could that boy go out there if he had the dough behind him? And it seems like Colorado's stepping up. I disagree with Cam. I don't think you go somewhere else with bigger resources. Because with those bigger resources going to come bigger expectations. And he's going to be on the cutting block quick. They're going to be having him out there already in the hot seat from hello. Stay in Colorado. Keep getting their money up. And just keep winning. You keep getting top recruits, you flipping everybody. And on top of that, people ain't expecting much. And you're going to win the Big 12 sooner than later. Stay still. But the race versus class conversation, obviously, with more money, we all can do more. I learned that. You learned that. But would that get him over the hump? That's what we have to project. That's what Cam Newton is projecting. He's the best in college football as a gym. Careful wording there, gym. Not necessarily the greatest. Not necessarily the greatest coach. The greatest gym. That means diamond in the rough, potentially. But if Deion had it all around him, it'd be a wrap. Now, the question is, could we say that about other coaches? If they had this and that, it'd be a wrap. That means you would probably have to look at some smaller school coaches. What if Jim Harbaugh? He did. San Diego, Stanford. Wow. Michigan. Do you get it? What if you said that about Deion Sanders? He's not at a Michigan, but he got them boys playing close to a Michigan level. Close. Better record this year, but obviously different competition. But close. What would he get? Beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. I think Deion Sanders is just Midas touch, King Midas, man. I got that much respect for how he gets down. All right? And I think that wherever he goes, he's going to be a winner because of a winning mindset. And a winning mindset means I'm going to persevere through anything you throw at me. I am going to respond to all adversity you have shown me. And I am going to connect with people and get the best out of them. So therefore, I will also get the best of them and get the best players. Simple as that. It's his mindset. It's his spiritual base. Now, that's special. The thing is, will they surround him with enough special things and resources so that he can fully show that, fully be the example of that design? I don't know if Colorado ever gonna get that money, but early 90s, it looked like Colorado had that money. Let's see if they can do that again. Okay, make sure, let's see if you guys can go to projecttransition.org, log on, and become a gym member like Jonathan Carroll, who made a one-time $100 donation supporting Project Transition and said, keep up the good work. Please support us, as we will always make sure the itty-bitties in the community are properly supported with resources to empower and encourage them. So if you're going to like the rap that's coming, donate. If you don't like the rap, donate even more, all right? And I will send you this book, Never Shut Up, autographed, signed, sealed, and delivered. Y'all be like, damn, Wiley, you be dropping the Wiley-isms. Well, they in that book as well. And without further ado, let's get this flow going. Y'all know how we do it. Let's get it going. Hey, let's go, Wiley. Ho! Oh, yeah, we talking about prime time today. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to drop a dime today. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot on my mind today. So let's go to play. Hey, prime time stepping. King of the field. Got the haters all mad and peeled. Colorado rocking that crown. From the bottom, now they shutting it down. Yeah, now he coaching like a boss. Never taking no loss. Got the top dogs rolling. I see you, Deion. But where's the program really going? Swagger unmatched, blueprint for the grind. He's like a mastermind. I see it. Made the doubters believe. He ain't got no tricks up his sleeve. They say he couldn't do it, but he made them eat crow. It's like a movie. He putting on a show. You can't even debate his stats. That's a certified fact, man. And then Cam said, and he's black. And I'm like, okay, that's one level. Kind of whack, but what if he was with resources? Would he change Colorado's courses? Ooh, look at us. It's time for me to bust. Freestyling straight off the dome. Didn't think Colorado would be home. Deion Sanders, 21 chains. People always dismiss his brains, think he just flash. Nah, he's substance. And then he gonna do it in abundance. That's what happens. All you pundits, mad, saying the same hating stuff, redundant. You can't stop it. So y'all need to just drop it. One of the best of all time. What's up, y'all? It's Marcellus Wiley, founder of Project Transition and proud gym member. I'm excited to share with you an opportunity that will support our kids on their mission to making their dreams a reality. At Project Transition, we believe that real change comes from consistent action and support. That's why we invite you to join our powerful gym membership program that is making a difference every single day. As a gym partner, by giving every month, you'll fuel our mission by providing monthly support that turns into real empowerment and education for underserved youth. Your commitment reduces school dropouts, nurtures communities, and funds impactful programs like the Rising Stars Academy that we share. Together, we can turn potential into prosperity. Join the group of community champions driving change. Your contributions will help aid success by providing essential educational resources, building critical life skills, and fostering community strength. There's no better feeling than knowing your support will ignite hope, foster dreams, and empower the next generation. Join us today and be a part of transformative change. Help our youth become greater than their greatest excuse. Become a gym partner. Thank you.